Good to see you again. General Nakasone, let me start with you. Many companies use Chinese hardware like printed circuit boards in their information systems that they provide to the Department of Defense, including systems that are used to store to transmit information. At the same time, DoD and others have warned that the Chinese government might be able to tamper with these Chinese-made products in order to create cyber vulnerabilities that they can exploit and use against us. My question is, do you think it's important for the department to at least know which systems contain Chinese printed circuit boards so that it can address potential cyber vulnerabilities and contain any exposure, any danger that's identified?
Senator, in light of the recent SolarWinds intrusion, I think this is, as you point out, an area that we as a department continue to look at very hard. There are procedures and processes that the department utilizes to verify this, but I agree that this is an area that we have to obviously shine a light on in the future.
Good. And do you agree that further steps would be useful in order to identify vulnerabilities here and as you just said, shine a light on this?
So, Senator, I'm a person that every single day is worried about the vulnerabilities that our adversaries might exploit. So you can well imagine that this is an area that I have a great deal of focus on right now.
Good. Well, I look forward to working with you on that. General Clark, let me come to you. The Baltic nations have spent some years honing their ability to conduct irregular warfare in the event that Moscow attempts to seize a Baltic territory so that it won't be able to hold it. It's become a key part of their deterrent strategy, as you know, in the Baltic region. What I'm wondering, why I'm asking about this is, do you think that the Baltic model could be applied in Taiwan? In other words, would helping Taiwan improve its irregular warfare capabilities help it deter potential Chinese aggression?
Senator, bottom line, yes. We have worked closely with the Baltics. I have met with every Baltic SOF commander personally, and we have been engaged in the Baltics for a long time. But we also, and I can talk more specifically in closed hearing, we remain close with capabilities for Taiwan.
Do you think that it would be helpful to us, and should we be prioritizing helping Taiwan develop its irregular warfare capabilities?
Yes, Senator, I do think we should help them.
Let me, still with you, General Clark, but switching topics. President Obama's former acting special representative for Afghanistan and Pakistan recently wrote that, I'm quoting now, for the long term, the United States will need a counterterrorism capability in that region that doesn't depend on a permanent U.S. military presence in Afghanistan, which I completely agree with. My question is, what options has SOCOM provided to the Secretary to allow us to achieve counterterrorism objectives in Afghanistan without a permanent military presence in country?
Senator, we will always provide options. As you well know, Al-Qaeda and ISIS are not just in Afghanistan, but they are a global threat. And we will always provide the Secretary and the Department to the National Command Authority with options so that if there is a threat, that we can actually deter or actually disrupt or defeat that threat.
And specifically, you're saying, and we can discuss this more in closed session as is appropriate, but just to be clear, you are working on providing options to deal with counterterrorism, with the terrorism threat, and for counterterrorism measures that do not rely on a permanent standing military presence in country. Is that right?
Senator, there's been no decision made for Afghanistan, so I think it would be hypothetical to know what we're going to do at this time. But we will always provide options, for the Department of Defense.
Good. Well, I look forward to following up with you more on that. General Nakasone, let me come back to you here in my few remaining seconds. The People's Liberation Army, in their writings, often refer to cyber capabilities as the strategic commanding heights of future warfare. I'm wondering how the PLA's emphasis on information operations and maintaining the information advantage influences cybercom strategy for deterring China.
Senator, I think this whole discussion in terms of where our adversaries are going in the influence bases is among the most important areas that we're taking on at Cyber Command, that I know General Clark is addressing at U.S. Special Operations Command. This is really the competition that we are involved with today, where our adversaries are, again, trying to influence ourselves and our people through a number of different means. And so we have work ongoing today, ongoing both in our commands and with other commands, trying to address that as well.
Very good. I'll look forward to following up with you on that as well. Thank you, gentlemen, for your testimony. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Hawley.